Hey, this is your math students. Welcome to Math Task 115, Understand Angle Relationships. So let's get some definitions down before we get going. So the definition of an angle, it's when two straight lines or two rays, so lines that only go in one direction, meet at a common endpoint, otherwise known as the vertex. All right, so here you have two rays meeting at this common endpoint A, vertex A. Now we can name this angle a whole bunch of different things. We call this angle A. We can call this angle BCA. We can call this angle CAB, going backwards. Or we can just call it angle 1, right? So we can name angles a whole bunch of different ways. An acute angle is anything less than 90 degrees. So if I had something that was like 89.9999999 degrees, that would be an acute angle. An obtuse angle is anything greater than 90 degrees. So 91 degrees or 90.00001 degrees would be obtuse. A right angle is exactly 90 degrees. Can't be a degree more or a degree less. You'll often see it as this kind of box in the corner. A straight angle is exactly 180 degrees, and it often looks just like a line straight across. Complementary angles are two angles that, when added together, add up to 90 degrees. So angle 1 plus angle 2 equals 90 degrees. Again, you'll tell by that box in the corner. So like a 50-degree angle plus a 40-degree angle, those are complementary. And then supplementary angles are two angles that, when added together, add up to 180 degrees. So angle 1 plus angle 2 equals 180 degrees. And then we have vertical angles, are just pairs of angles that are formed when two lines intersect. So in this case, if you have these four angles, angle 1 and angle 3 are vertical angles. They will be the exact same thing. So if I say that this is 150, this will be 150. And then angle 4 and angle 2 will be exactly the same. So if this is 150, this lies on a straight line, this has to be 30. So then this will be 30. And you'll notice that they always all add up to 360 degrees because you get a circle right there. Right? And then adjacent angles are just angles that are next to each other. So they don't necessarily equal anything. If I drew something like this, angle 1, angle 2, angle 1 is adjacent to angle 2. They're just next door to each other. On the backside, we'll go through a couple of these. Which angle measures 40 degrees? So you're going to use this angle right here, VTW, that measures 40 degrees, and you're going to say, okay, which angle is vertical with this angle? And that's right here, right? So the angle that matches up with that vertical angle would be ZTY. If you don't see ZTY, you might see YTZ. So that one is right there because they are vertical. And vertical angles equal each other. Another way to say that is they are congruent, meaning the same, right? So if this is 40 degrees, this is 40 degrees. In which diagram are 1 and 2 vertical angles? So again, here we have supplementary angles because they exist on a straight line, so those are equal to 180. Here we just have adjacent angles that are next to each other. Here again we have supplementary angles because, again, you can kind of form this half circle that equals 180. And here you finally have vertical angles. They are across from each other, or kind of diagonal. So if this is, say, 50 degrees, this is also 50 degrees. So these are vertical, and that would be your answer. Now let's work with supplementary relationships. Okay, so remember, supplementary add up to 180 degrees. So they said if angle 3 equals 82 degrees, find angle 4. That's x. So basically they want you to find this relationship here. That's that half circle, right? So it's supplementary. So all you're going to do is say, okay, x plus 82 equals 180. That's the equation that you would do. But really, all you're going to do is subtract 82 from 180. And so, in this case, x is equal to 98 degrees. And that makes sense because this is like a really big acute angle, but this is obtuse. So that's 98 degrees. Right? And finally, for complementary relationships, they don't equal 1, they equal 90 degrees. So they said they need you to find VYW. And you know that this is also 90 degrees because if this side is 90 degrees, this side also has to be 90 degrees because they align that straight line. So if this is 31 and you're trying to solve for there, you're just saying, okay, what is x plus 31 equal to 90? And again, just like you did on the last side, you're just subtracting 31 from 90. That gives you your answer of x equals 59 degrees. All right, so that's it. We'll do the rest together.